Thank you, Tracy. Good evening, Sisters of St. Basil the Great, Dr. Perry, fellow Board of Trustees members, family, friends, donors, sponsors. Thank you all for coming tonight. I have never seen the library look this nice. It is gorgeous. But to be fair, I don't think I've ever stepped foot in this library when I was a student here. And I think a special shout out to Kelly Pfeiffer, Tom Sims, Anthony Massachusetts, and all the members of the team that brought this night to fruition. I must say, I am very humbled by this recognition and still can't fully understand why Manor wanted to recognize me. Anybody who knows me realizes that I would rather stay in the background and let the others shine. I was always a very shy person. But as I've grown older, more of my father's personality has come out, and I can talk to just about anybody. In fact, my husband will walk away from me in a store, and when we meet up, he'll say, "I see you've made a new friend," because he saw me chatting with the person next to me. So I can talk to just about anybody. But who would have thought that when I walked through these doors for my first day of classes on September 4th, 1984, that I would be standing in front of all of you today. My parents encouraged me because I was a kid who didn't like school and I had to be pushed to go to college. Heck, I wanted to be a secretary just like my mom, so why did I need to go to college? We agreed that I would attend a 2-year school and my major would be administrative secretarial, just to shut them up. Well, I have my parents, Nate and Millie Mento, to thank, because without their, for lack of a better word, nagging, I wouldn't have pursued higher education, and who knows where I would be today. Manor's tagline, "You belong here," is something that resonates with me because I have felt I belonged at Manor in 1984, and I still feel that way today. I can vividly remember having a discussion with one of my teachers, Joe Stoutzenberger, who's here tonight, regarding the grade I received on one of my religion papers. What can I say? He won, but he knew I was not a happy camper. At Manor, students can be themselves. When I went here, there were no cliques. As in high school, everybody belonged. And if you wanted to dance down the hallway, my gosh, you danced down the hallway. But I think my partner in crime while I was here, Denise McNally, can remember the uniqueness of Manor. We spent enough time playing Ms. Pac-Man in the cafeteria, which, as Denise will say, is a much-needed skill in adult life. I received my associate's degree in administrative secretarial and went on to be a secretary, believe it or not. I worked here for a year after graduation in the Alumni and Development Office. As time went on, I found myself wanting more, which led me to pursuing my degree in psychology and furthermore into marriage and family therapy, which is kind of funny because my grade in psychology when I graduated from here was a C. I think there is something to be said for pursuing higher education when slightly older, and I encourage those who want to go back to school at any age to go back to school. Even for a class or two, just do it. I would like to thank my husband, Dan, who always encouraged me to continue with my studies after Manor, because there were definitely times when I wanted to pack it all in and quit. Not only was I encouraged by Dan, but my siblings, my nieces, my nephew, were a big part of my continuing with my studies. When I graduated with my master's, my son wrote in the card that he and his wife gave me that he was proud of me. And as you know, Sean is my stepson. So those words meant a lot to me. I'm sorry. I was on the Manor Board of Trustees from 2012 to 2015. During that time, I didn't feel as if my tenure had value and I did not have a lot to contribute. When John Perry became president, he called and asked to meet with me. We had a wonderful conversation, but nothing further came of it. We kept in touch, though, and one day I called him and asked what I could do to help. And he, surprisingly enough, said he was thinking about me and was going to reach out himself. It was after that when I was asked to serve on the board again, and I somewhat reluctantly said yes, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to add value to the college's mission. After working with John and his staff, though, I have come to appreciate the many ways that I can support the college. As a role model for students who are first-generation college graduates, just as I am. The Mento-Moloney Mental Health Fund was created to help our students who are suffering from anxiety, depression, grief, addiction, and stress, as well as the ongoing challenges the LGBTQIA+ community faces every day. I want every one of our students to have the resources available when they are in crisis. I also want them to know that I will be a sounding board for them, and they can reach out to me as well. My husband and I created a Mento-Moloney scholarship to help those students who would benefit from extra financial support to obtain their dreams, just as we were able to obtain ours. In fact, in the past 2 years alone, 6 students have been given nearly $6,000 in scholarship funding from the scholarship that we created. Over the years, Manor has given tens of thousands of dollars in awards to dozens of students. As John had discussed and Stacy had discussed, I don't want to repeat myself to everybody, but a friend of mine, the president of Area Africa, just this week, Stacy and I met with Dr. Perry regarding how to foster the program for children of Area as well as other underdeveloped countries to receive higher education in the United States. An education at Manor for these children would be extremely beneficial, so he, she, they can take their knowledge back to Ethiopia or stay here to create a life for them. I hope to be able to find new ways to contribute to Manor's mission in the future. I would like to be a part of the future generations of the students who walk through these doors. And we have some little ones here who, do you think maybe tonight they could be future Blue Jays? Thank you all again for coming and for this recognition.